Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369. Thank you for joining me. This reading is going to be about the cosmic meeting of Divine Feminine Venus and Divine Masculine Mars. So these two have met up around the 14th, and they're going to stay in union for a little bit of time, and we're going to take a look at the energies that this is bringing. Okay, so first of all, whenever Mars and Venus meet up together, it can have a very explosive type of energy in regards to having very strong desires, very strong impulses. You know, there can be an energy of like overspending, overindulging without thinking too much about it. It can be very reactionary in regards to relationships. Okay. Also, when Mars meets up with Venus, there can really be very strong sexual tension. Okay, so there's like an emphasis on the sexual tension and desires and impulses. So it can be a very sensual and sexual energy as well. So let's go ahead and start off by shuffling, of course, and pulling a card to see how this energy is going to affect the collective. All right, Spirit, please reveal to me, show me this energy we're moving into or that we're in with Mars and Venus meeting together. Okay, we got opposition and balance. Okay, so this did come out in reverse. So I think that this is finding balance where there was opposition. This is being able to kind of come together, to compromise a little bit, and being able to relate to one another in different ways. Okay. It's also about resolving any confrontations that has been coming up. So this is going to want to get resolved. And especially with Mars and Venus coming together, it can create a certain tension. So especially conflicts or confrontations that have to do with relationships, sexual energy. There's this desire, an impulsive want or need to resolve those right now. Okay, this is a very strong manifestation energy. So it's a really good time to manifest new friendships, to manifest new relationships, love relationships. Okay. But there is a warning of moving too fast with this type of energy, especially in new relationships and especially surrounding the issue of sex. Whenever Venus and Mars meet up together, because it is so like sensual, but it's also very impulsive. So there's like this want to move very quickly and fulfill these desires, right? Which can actually turn out to be not so much a good thing in the end. Okay. So yeah, that's what we have here with the opposition in reverse. So things coming into balance here. And this is kind of balancing out this crazy, confusing energy that we've been in, you know, this like unexpected, disruptive energy we've been in. It's kind of gonna balance out at least just a little, especially in regards to relationships between masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so let's get a trigger card and see if there's anything that this is going to trigger within us. So this could be triggering certain emotions. This could be triggering certain traumas, bringing it forth to be healed. So let's take a look, just giving it a quick shuffle. All right, so we got beliefs, okay? Any beliefs that have been keeping people stuck, all right? Or any beliefs that have been actually very disruptive to your life. I feel like for a large part of the collective, there's been like a mirror held up to certain beliefs that they have had, and especially over the past few weeks. And This mirror is being held up to show people where their beliefs are keeping them stuck. That if they're stuck, it's within themselves. It's in their own beliefs, right? So let's go ahead and get a tarot card. And you know, I feel like Mars and Venus is more so, not so much about beliefs. So this is kind of taking the energy, the interest out of like beliefs or ideals and putting it into relationships, putting it into what makes you feel pleasure, what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel joyful and satisfied. Okay, so it's more focused on that. It could also be focused on finding abundance, right? With that Venus energy is all about abundance in whatever way you're looking for that in your life. So getting rid of certain beliefs that have been keeping you really stuck, and Mars is giving you that energy to be able to go for whatever it is that you feel will fulfill you, whatever it is that makes you happy in relationships and love, finances, whatever it is. Okay. And also it's saying the only thing that can, you know, really work against you with this energy or oppose you is your own beliefs, okay? If you believe that you can't accomplish something, then more than likely you're not going to be able to accomplish it because it's a mind over matter thing, okay? So that mirror is being held up to show you what beliefs and where they're keeping you stuck, okay? So let's get another card here. Okay, we got Four of Swords. To me, this Four of Swords energy is like a rest and a reprieve from this very harsh and crazy and confusing energy that we've been going through. And this is Gemini energy. So again, we have the cosmic twin flames meeting up and bringing us this relief from the anxiety or that kind of just that underlying nervousness of not knowing what to expect next, or that underlying nervousness of the impulsivity of the collective, right? That's kind of easing out now, and to a little bit, to a little extent, and we see rest here, okay? So I love that. Let's take a look at the activations that this is going to bring. If there's any spiritual activations or heart activations, let's take a look. Okay, so there is an activation in the collective. This is an activation of cause and effect. And this is actually what we can consider karma, really. Okay, cause and effect is karma. Let's get another one. So there's karma being activated at this time. Okay, so whether it's good karma or bad karma, and that's just a universal cause and effect, right? That's just the law of the universe. We call it karma, but it is cause and effect. So the activations is that you are more aware during this time that the love that you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. So with that Venus and Mars energy coming together, remember that this is very quick manifestation of thoughts. Mars really gives that extra push to manifest things into form. So there's always like this energetic force, right? That's ready to manifest. And whatever form that manifestation can take, it will take, because Mars is constantly pushing and forcing, right? And then, so any form that manifestation can take, it will. And so at this time, be very careful to keep your thoughts full of love, okay? Because now is a time of change. And it can be very good. It can be a reprieve here, a little bit of solace, but it can also be an effect, okay? So if you have very low vibrational thoughts, if you're feeling very down, if you are feeling restricted, you might manifest more restriction, more sadness in your life, right now, especially with that Mars energy just pushing. So, and you know, it's very attracted to Venus, and Venus is very attracted to Mars. So they really work together through kind of unconscious manifestations here. All right. We also have solar plexus chakra. All right. Take actions daily that awaken your personal power. So there is an issue with Mars and Venus sometimes, that Mars has a tendency to kind of want to dominate Venus at times and make Venus feel that they have given away too much of their power, right? So during this time, remember cause and effect, okay? Do not give too much of your power or confidence over to anyone else, and watch those beliefs here, because it's your own beliefs about yourself that will keep you stuck, and that will also have you ending up giving more power over to your relationships than you should, right? Because you should always stand in your personal power. No one else should have any power over you. All of your actions should always be your own, okay? You should never feel forced to do anything. And with this energy right here, just remember cause and effect, okay? Just remember that your thoughts, your beliefs right now will have an effect, okay? And it could manifest very quickly. There could be like digestive issues going around the collective right now, a need for extra sleep, extra rest. And I think it's just because everyone over the past, I would say, few weeks have been very kind of high tense, high energy. And so the effect of that is feeling a little tired, a little low, needing extra rest. This is cause and effect. So the collective's a little tired right now. And maybe even feeling a little powerless, but with that Mars and Venus energy, you could work with that, right? To not to give away your power, but to draw more power into yourself, okay? Finding more confidence, more personal power, because Mars gives you the push and the drive that you want to succeed and to accomplish what you really love with Venus, okay? So let's get a message of love here. All right, how to navigate this energy. So yeah, this is a time of retreating. This is a time of recharging those batteries, right? So yeah, let's get one more. Oh, I think we already covered that, actually. Let's see, we got trust. It's safe to trust yourself. Remember that you can always trust yourself. Listen to your instincts and your intuition, okay? Because a lot of times it's impulse versus intuition. So learn how to trust that, okay? I also feel like in the collective, there could be a lot of issues with trust coming up right now. Okay, so issues with trust in relationships, trust in all kinds of different things are going to be arising with this Mars and Venus energy. This is, can I trust you? Why should I trust you? What have you done in the past to allow me to trust you, right? And your beliefs about who you trust as well. Again, cause and effect. Okay, what causes you to trust someone? And when you give them your trust, what is the effect of that on your life? These questions coming up, okay, in the collective. What does trust mean, right? And does trust give away self-confidence? Does giving your trust give away self-empowerment? Because I can tell you it shouldn't, okay? It shouldn't. If it does, it feels abusive. Those questions arising in the collective as well, all right? So let's get another card here. Diving for light, number 11. Diving for light, diving for truth. Okay, diving for love. So yeah, again, that reprieve coming in here, but also this is like seeking knowledge energy, not just knowledge, but truth. Okay, and it is a question of trust. And this is coming up in the collective, wanting to know the truth so you can trust. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward and take a look. How is this energy affecting the Divine Feminine collective? How will this energy affect the Divine Feminine? And let's take a look at how this will be affecting the Divine Masculine collective. Okay. So, Feminine, you got the Fool. So with this card here, again, it can be a time where you can be very easily misled by your own beliefs, by following someone else's beliefs, okay, by not trusting your intuition, not trusting your confidence, yourself. You can very quickly and easily be misled here, okay? So there is an opportunity for a new beginning. There's an opportunity for this weight to be lifted. That's been like this holding your breath energy we've been in. And with the 8 of Wands, you know, this is rapid progression towards your goals, towards what you want to accomplish. Okay, this is also communication. And the way that you communicate with others. This is conversation, all right, as well. So wanting to speak to others, wanting to speak to the masculine, a lot of communication coming in with the Mars and Venus meeting up. So as above, so below, the cosmic divine feminine and masculine meet up. And so there's a lot of communication between the feminines and masculines here on Earth. Okay, so new beginnings, possibility. All right, let's get a card to clarify. And this is new beginnings as long as you're willing to communicate. We got decisions. It's time to decide about this relationship. So right now, a lot of feminines are going to be making a decision about their relationship, okay? And right now is the time to move forward in relationships is what we've seen here, okay? So choices, options, and the feminine collective. So whatever decisions you've been putting off talking about with your person, those decisions might arise, okay? Let's get another card for your energy. Be the hunter and not the hunted, okay? So what this means is don't let anyone lead you off that cliff. Don't let anyone take your personal power away. Don't let anyone affect your view and your belief about yourself. Okay, be careful who you trust around this time. This is also a time where there can be very strong sexual energy and chemistry. It's intense during this time, and you could really be led astray by that as well. Okay, this is a time where people can also be taken advantage of. All right, so be the hunter, not the hunted, and double check the decisions that you're making. Don't be anyone's prey, feminine. So whether this is trusting the wrong person, allowing someone to treat you not the way that you would treat someone else, but worse, you know, following others, people's beliefs, things like that. And, you know, we'll just leave it at that. So for the masculine collective, we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I have 2 messages for the masculine collective. for half of them, this energy is a test. Yes, it is a test for the masculine collective, especially the masculine collectives who have recently walked away from codependencies, toxic relationships, abusive relationships. It could also be walking away from addictions. This is a test, okay? This is a time where I feel like up to half of them could literally slip off, fall off the wagon type of deal, okay? Get themselves into a situation that they were before. And I don't like to use the word like failing the test because no one ever fails a test, right? You just learn and you do better next time. Okay, so that's for half of the collective. For the other half, they're rushing in. They're no longer wanting to take things slowly, okay? But I feel like this very jumbled energy from them. Like they want to do things so quickly, and it's like they want to do everything all at once, especially in regards to relationships, love. And it's like they're not giving you time to decide. They're not giving you time to think about it. It's like they want everything. They want it now, all of a sudden, taken off guard. So that's the energy we have with the masculine, and also very heavy sexual energy, sexual impulses with Mars and Venus here. So let's get a card for the masculine collective. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is kind of a spiritual test for this masculine. Are you strong enough to say no to the codependencies, the addictions, whatever it is? Have you passed a point in your life where you're ready for the next big thing? Are you ready to close this chapter for real? Are you really healed? Okay, because for half of the masculines, they're falling backwards right now. And it's due to impulses and being confused over that very strong, intense energy. So old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting for half of the collective. And for the other half of the collective, they have passed the test. They have shown that they are healed enough to move forward. They're not completely healed, but healed enough, okay? And we got Capricorn here, of course. Let's get another card for their energy towards, I'm sorry, how this energy is affecting the collective. Look at that. We got seeing the true you. It's a number 11, so I got 1111 here. A lot of you might be seeing that during this time a lot, okay? And it's just showing you the energies are shifting. The energies are changing, especially in regards to the twin flames. So 29, seeing the real you. In order for the masculine collective to see the real them, they have to first pass the test, okay, of walking away from the codependencies, from the addictions, things of that nature, and show that they're healed enough to move forward, that they don't need to go through this cause and effect or karma all over again, okay? So when that happens, they see the true them. They see that they are not codependent. They are not their addictions, that they are something so much more, okay? And then they start to get aligned with their own divine will, not someone else's, but their own, because they become a channel from spirit. Become in touch with their intuition, and they don't have to follow anyone else's beliefs. Not when they're a channel for spirit and see the true them, okay? So this is decide to heal. That is the energy, decide to heal, okay? Now let's take a look if this energy is going to trigger anything specifically for the feminine collective, okay? So feminine, you are going to feel everything so much stronger right now. Your emotions are going to be overwhelming, overflowing. You're going to be extra sensitive on all levels. So you might feel extra sensitive in your heart. You might feel extra sensitive in your soul, in your body. you might feel extra sensitive to food, okay? And not all of this is always good. Yeah, you get a lot of psychic insight and you get strong intuition and you can feel what others are feeling if you're an empath, but you also are sensitive to everything else. You're sensitive to your environment. You're sensitive to food. You're sensitive to laundry soap, body wash, all of these things. So right now, feminine, you're going to be extra sensitive. Any like sensitivities you have right now, especially in regards to certain kind of allergies and things like that, I feel like are going to be like heightened, okay? So be aware of your environment, all right? And realize that you're extra sensitive right now. So stay away from harsh things. This is also feeling things much more intensely. So you're going to be feeling things a lot more intensely, all right? And just remember, be the hunter, not the hunted. Know that you are feeling things more intensely. And if someone hurts you or makes you feel bad, then don't allow yourself to be hunted emotionally by that person. Take your power back, okay? So be aware that your emotions are just very heightened. All right, let's see if there's anything triggering the masculine collective right now. This energy. Okay. So actually the masculine collective is getting triggered, especially ones who have been through abusive situations in childhood, abusive situations in relationships. You know, I feel like a lot of times when drugs are involved, it kind of feels a little abusive, even though it's like they're doing it to themselves, you know? So abuse towards themselves. This is physical, mental, and emotional abuse, healing from that, because we also have to get underneath all of the pain, all the trauma, all the dirt and the muck when we're trying to find our true self. There's certain unconscious behaviors, reactions, and thoughts that you have when you have been through abuse, and those things are not you, right? Those thoughts are not you speaking. That is your pain speaking. That is your trauma speaking, okay? And sometimes we have to look down and reach down to the root of what's under that to see the true us, okay? And realize the true us and find healing. And sometimes the abuse doesn't even have to be readdressed. It can be healed by simply seeing the true you, seeing that you are not what you went through, right? So this is looking at things from a different perspective, finding the true you under all the muck and the dirt and healing it. So for a lot of these masculines, they are healing relationships and situations with family. They are bringing up, for those who have been abused as a child, they're bringing that up. They're speaking out about it towards their family in an attempt to try to heal the relationship. So a lot of feminines are also picking up that extra sensitive energy from their masculines as well, really picking up that nervous energy. Okay, so these issues are going to be brought up around this time, all right, but it's for healing purposes, all right? And so I'm seeing for half of the masculine collective, they're moving towards their karma, okay? They're moving towards karma. They're moving towards codependencies, addictions. This is their karma, okay? And they have to beat it in themselves. They have to find the true them. But for the other half, they're moving forward towards their divine feminine, okay? And a lot of talk, a lot of communication coming in, okay? Especially over the internet messages. All right, so let's get another card about how this energy is affecting the feminine collective towards the masculine, specifically revealing. Okay, feminines, because you're feeling so extra sensitive right now, you're going to feel just this desire to express yourself and just like want to say all these things that like you've kept secret before. Maybe you want to second think that before you actually do it, because remember that little talk we had about giving your personal power away in relationships? Okay, especially when you reveal things too quickly. All right, but yeah, you're gonna want to reveal all of these things that you're feeling right now. All right, just be careful. Don't give away your personal power in doing this and exposing everything that you are, right? In which it's okay to show the world who you are, but there are people who will use your own weaknesses and insecurities against you, in which those aren't really weaknesses, but people can see them as that, right? So let's get another card here for the masculine. All right, how is this energy affecting their energy towards the feminine? Okay, yeah, so what did I tell you guys? Extremely sexual energy from the masculine, okay? I don't want to say that they really, really want sex from their feminine, but they really are gonna want sex. Okay, this is just, like I said, sexual tension, just extreme, and just this impulsive energy. Okay, so this is very lusty energy around this time. And for some of the masculines, they can sometimes not think about the other person, how they feel about these things, right? And it can sometimes become a situation where they're taking advantage of certain people, or you know what I mean? So that's why it's just so important to be aware of the energy, your feelings, what you're saying, who you're trusting, how much power you're giving, how much vulnerability you're exposing. All right, so just be aware of that. Okay, so let's close this reading with a message from the angels to see what they want to say about this time. Angels and Ascended Masters. I mixed the decks together. So let's see. Didn't think it wanted to come out, but it did. Parents is one. And overcoming difficulties. So yeah, one big message I have here for the masculine, you know, wanting to heal the relationship with their parents and overcoming the obstacles and the difficulties that goes along with that. Even if there has been abuse, right? It's still beneficial to heal that part of yourself. So it says here, the divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. Okay, so maybe they didn't have the ability to love you the way that you really wanted them to. Maybe they disappointed you, but maybe they loved you so much. Their ability to just show you in the way that you think of love is different. Maybe they didn't have the ability to show you the way they wanted. And this is something the masculine collective is going through. And the feminine collective could also be going through this, because we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of our own energy, both. It doesn't matter if you are physical masculine or feminine. The angels are helping this masculine and the feminines heal from any pain associated with their mother and father. So the angels are helping them right now, especially the masculines who have been abused as a child, physically, mentally, emotionally. The angels are helping them to heal these wounds, okay, to stitch them up. And it's going to take healing with the parents as well, okay, in some way, shape, or form, you know. And they may not ever get, and I'm sorry, they may not ever get what they feel is justice for what they've been through, but being able to forgive, not necessarily be okay with what you've been through, but just to forgive and release the burden can be extremely healing. So we have overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind this masculine. And so for the masculine collective, this is a realization of their own beliefs that they're not a child anymore, that what they went through is over, that the worst is now behind them, that they're not going to go through it again, and they are surmounting any previous challenges that they have been through. So again, half the collective moving on, okay? And then the other half, moving backwards into karma, into karmic relationships, or repeating past patterns, because they have to heal and they have to learn and see the true them. Okay, so overcoming any difficulties that you're having with healing your parents, or feeling like maybe your parents didn't love you enough, or anything like that, right? So this is healing that. Okay, so that's the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me and joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've been feeling this energy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.